See, this is the two shuckles I had on Pokemon Gold, and both of them had berries ready to be turned into berry juices. Fancy faced and shucky. Like, I was ready for it, man. I was ready to do this, and then I didn't even need to. Thank God. I know this is really irrelevant, but with my Wreath 2 Steelix, I traded it over to Pokemon Silver, I think, and then I retaught it Iron Tail. Nice. Because the other one has Crunch, and then I originally taught this one Crunch, and I regretted it ever since. And then I found out I still had Iron Tail on Pokemon Silver, so I traded it over to Pokemon Silver, and I taught it Iron Tail again. God, don't you love how I waste time? I do. Alright, bye. Okay, hello. Look, I knew I said I wouldn't do the battle between the Crystal and Gold teams, but I had it already set up from when me and Amy were testing it out, and Amy didn't want to do it again because she already played it heaps, so I figured I'll do it myself, just more to show off the actual abilities the Pokemon have against each other, and also I tried to replicate mine and Amy's battle, but I can't really remember how it went. So, yeah, it's just, this is kind of cringy, I don't know, but it's more just to show off how shit the Crystal team is compared to the Blue team. So, I tried to, this is how it actually went with me and Amy. I tried to fucking do some, Amy being my partner, if you didn't know. She helped me do a couple test battles. So yeah, I tried to like attack everything with the Rectal Wart, the Wobbuffet, but I used Counter and Mirror Coat and nah, because Amy just hit me with that Thunder Wave, paralyzed me, and then that Leech Seed, which puts me in a real bad situation. So I switched the fuck out. I'm like, nah, can't handle that bullshit. So yeah, I go into Source and I'm going to Fly, but the Venusaur's faster and puts me to sleep. So that's kind of shitty, you know, but then I figure, whatever, I can stay in and keep trying to wake up because what can it do? But she switches out into the Gyarados. And then I'm like, okay. Now, I'm pretty sure Amy actually hit Surf. I accidentally hit Ice Beam. There's a thing, because I'm impatient and I'm tapping the buttons to hurry it up. Yeah. That's what happens. So, yeah. I don't know, like, I think this happened in the game. I used Ancient Power. She's like, oh shit, hit me with that super effective. Because she didn't know what the hell Carl Grimes was. She didn't know he was a rock type. She just thought he was water. So, yeah, went into the Venusaur. Carl Grimes gets his mad boosts, but I'm going to get the fuck out because that Razor Leaf is going to rip me in half. Head into Source, Razor Leaf, doesn't do that much. But I'm asleep, so yay. Hits me with that Leech Seed, gotta love it. I'm trying to get the Metronome off to show off how cool I am. Putting my faith in Metronome is a big mistake because I never get anything good. This one time when me and Amy were doing it, I did get in Self-Destruct. But it wasn't on the Venusaur, it was on something else. So, yeah. With the Crystal team, I've never taken out the Venusaur. That was, yeah. Oh, fucking Seedy Root's a monster. Anyway, so yes, this is when I show off the fact that Viney Muff is really my only counter against the Seedy Root. Which is funny because 2 Razor Leafs and critical hits nearly kill it. Now, the second Razor Leaf was an accident. Like I said, I was being impatient, hitting the buttons. I accidentally hit Razor Leaf. I don't know what I would have done instead. But it's not like it mattered. That was like 2 critical hits, so it did the damage. And yeah, like I can sort of... Did I end up paralyzing the Venusaur there? If I didn't, yeah, I do at some point. And then I have nothing to actually fight the Venusaur with Tangela. It's just a stall fest. Like, I've got nothing. So I use Cut, switched out into this thing. The Flareon used Flamethrower on Carl Grimes, because that's obviously what it's going to do. So I bail out into Carl Grimes, and I get burnt. So this obviously didn't happen with mine and Amy's match. I mean, it was fucking all over the place. There was a lot more stalling with the Tangela and Venusaur. I tried to avoid that in this game, but like, look at that. That cut did nothing. That cut did a bit more, so I have no hope with the Viney Muff. There's nothing I can do to win out. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do, so I chuck in a Mega Drain. Then, you know, Amy. Well, I was playing as Amy at this point. Like, I don't think Amy. Look, I was imagining myself as Amy, how she would play. So yeah, if I was Amy, I would have switched out into this Bird, because this Bird is fucking easily going to handle that Tangela. And at this point, Carl Grimes is so fucked. Stay in, get that extra damage, fucking get rid of it. So yeah, so I went for Drill Peck. I didn't know which one was more powerful, Drill Peck or Tri Attack, but I was expecting a lot more damage on the fish, the Sir Ruiner, than that. And then when I got hit by the Hydro Pump, I was expecting a bit more damage with the Hydro Pump than that. So it's like these Pokemon that I thought would be really frail are actually taking the hits a lot better than I thought they would. And then Knockers gets knocked out. So I send out Venusaur, and I'm like, alright, I'll hit him with a Razor Leaf. That's something Amy would do. Easily kill it. I tried to do the Pin Missile, which I never actually did in that match with me and Amy, because she always kicked my ass. The Pin Missile did nothing. I thought it would do a bit more than that. So I go over to Hydro Pump expecting more damage. It did about the same the Pin Missile did, and yeah. The fact I lived a Razor Leaf was kind of shocking to me. I wasn't expecting that. So I head into Jack Off. I figure, alright, let's just fuck around and try out, see how much damage it does. The Hidden Power Dragon does nothing to the Venusaur. I was surprised, so I decided to switch out. What did I switch out into? Snorlax. So I wanted to see how much damage the Hidden Power does. That was a crit. Oh, that was a crit on the Snorlax, so it did fucking nothing. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So not to make it a landslide, I switch out into Rectal Wart and decided to show off the counter and shit. I don't know. I was bored. I mean, I was sitting here kind of impatient. I figured a Double Edge would probably wipe out the Rectal Wart. It didn't. It didn't fucking kill it. I could not believe that. And then I'm like, well, the Snorlax is going to get absolutely fucking destroyed by the counter, right? Nah. Lives with 2 HP. How? I don't understand how like a Snorlax did that much damage to a Rectal Wart and a counter did not kill it. Either way, we get the double down from the Double Edge. Now, I could have used Body Slam, but I wanted to just, you know, I don't know. I wanted to get this matchup. I wanted to see how much damage the super effective Dragon Hidden Power would do against the Dragonite. I get paralyzed. Well, I'm using Thunder Wave, so Jack Off can have a chance, but then I get paralyzed, so I have to use it again. Didn't do anything, and I decided just to get this match over and done with because I'm over it, so I just Hyper Beam Mount. I figure I'd Stun Spore because there's nothing actually Vinymuff can do. I went to go Flash, but I'm like, nah, I won't be a dick. Because I want to get this battle kind of over and done with, because I'm getting sick of it. So, yeah, Mega Drain did nothing. Hyper Beam wiped him out. Next is Source. Source is asleep. Alright, put it down to luck again. I'm using Metronome, try to wake up. I go on a Seedy Route because, I don't know, it'd be funny to have the two beginners battle it out, you know. Source doesn't wake up, so I use Razor Leaf. Did I use Razor Leaf? I used Cut, the weakest move. It didn't kill it. I was surprised. Metronome, come on, hit us something good. Minimize. Oh yeah, we're setting up for a sweep. Nah. It was shit ass. So that was it. Like, that there. I'm just going to pause the... I'm watching the video, so I'm just going to pause it and just say, like, that was me trying to make a fair match. In reality, if it was Amy playing, like, me and Amy played, like, 3 matches, I think. And I got the floor wiped, like, with me. Sorry, the floor was wiped with the Crystal team every time. That was a generous battle. That was literally, like, very similar to how our first battle went. Because Amy didn't really know what she was doing. Because it was, like, a team she's not aware of. And Pokemon types that she's not super good at Pokemon. Like, she's pretty good at it, don't get me wrong. But it's like, she couldn't remember the types. Like, she didn't know what Carl Grimes was. She didn't know what... She hadn't even seen a Quillfish. She was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, it's a Quillfish. Didn't know what a Quillfish was. So, you know, she's not too familiar with Gen 2 in particular. I think she's more of a Gen 3 player and Gen 1, so she knows them. But yeah, like, that battle there is probably the closest to the first battle we had, and then every battle following that me and Amy did, I just got fucking demolished. So, yeah, I tried to show off some cool stuff, and, yeah, and then I'll show you the Super Team versus Amy. Let me just, get to that. Alright, this is going to be the Super Team. Me and Amy only battled once with the Super Team, and I pretty much destroyed her. Now, I know you could argue Species Clause. I probably should have thought about that, but I didn't, because I'm just a dick, and I'm a dog. So yeah, I go with the Ice Beam. I figured Amy would probably try to paralyze the Starfish, not knowing that I'd have Ice Beam, so it made sense. She does paralyze the Starmie, and the Dragonite lives on Ice Beam, because what the fuck, why, but it does. So I go into Snorlax, well, Amy goes into Snorlax, I guess, because nothing can hurt a Snorlax. I go into Mega... Well, nothing the Starmie can do. I go into this fella. The Double Edge does a fuckload. I'm going for Cross Chop, I think it is. Yeah, so it's going to fuck that Snorlax up. She bails, heads into the Gyarados to take that. Fair enough. Does a bit of damage. I sort of just didn't know what to do. I didn't want to switch, so I just go into Fire Blast. I accidentally hit Ice Beam, and then I get frozen, so that's pretty fucked. Okay, well... It's like every time I accidentally do a move, it has this, like, consequence. So I switch into Starmie, which I probably should have done in the first place. Yeah. I'm assuming she wouldn't know that I had Thunderbolt, but, you know, I know Amy went for Bite in our battle we did when it was this sort of thing. And Bite did, like, nothing to the Starmie. She goes into the knockers, I go for Ice Beam just to get rid of it, and she's just trying to take out the fucking... the Starmie, which I understand. Starmie's a bitch. Mind you, if I had the Miracle Berry on the Starmie, this would be very different. So, yeah. Anyway, we go into the Steelix to take the hit. A Rock Slide. She would have bailed. Went into Snorlax most likely because Snorlax can take everything. Like, really, Snorlax can take everything. Okay, so I could have went into the dude with the big horn, Heracross, but I instead just decided to explode on it. Just see if it could survive an explosion. I don't know, at this stage, if I was actually playing, I probably would have done that because I wouldn't have been taking the battle too seriously. Just a fun battle, nothing too serious. Probably should have taken it seriously, but I was overconfident that my team would have won. And I'm surprised how, like... if I did do the Species Clause and didn't bring 2 Starmies and 2 Steelixes, I probably would have got my fucking ass beat. Because, what? Machamp's frozen. I blew up. This guy's paralyzed. So then again, if I did bring only 1 Starmie, I would have had the Miracle Berry, so I probably wouldn't have been paralyzed, and it would have been a different story. But, yeah, so we got this bad boy. I don't know, could have went to... yeah, I guess I could have went to Heracross, and... I don't know, Mega Horned him. Like, there's nothing... I guess this guy could have put me to sleep. But that's the thing, that's why I didn't use Sleep Powder on this Starmie, because I'm like, I didn't want to waste a turn and make it look dumb. I was going to try and kill the Starmie with the Crystal team. And it was like, if I just put it to sleep, it would have wasted a turn. So at this point, I tried to make it look cool. But then again, this battle went pretty quick. I probably could just potentially do it again. Yeah, you know what? I might do it again. I'll do it again with the Species Clause. Alright? That way it's a fair battle, because this ended up, like, if you don't stop the Starmie, and it's at full health, it just fucking destroys this team. There's nothing this team can do. And it's like, and this, like, what I'm doing now makes it look like this is a really boss team, but the reality is, like, alright, no, we'll do it again, Alright, so this is us doing it again. I've only got 1 of each Pokemon, so I've only got 4. And, yeah. So instead, I decided to do the good thing and just go straight for Hyper Beam rather than trying to Thunder Wave this Starmie, because I knew the Thunder Wave wasn't going to do anything, but the Hyper Beam didn't fucking really do anything either. That's kind of bullshit how little that did. Just because it has the berry, so the Thunder Wave ain't going to hurt it. So I moved... No, I didn't move anything. I just got rid of the first Starmie and the first Steelix. So I tried to keep the switching moving around so it actually looked legitimate. You know, like, 'cause I know Amy loves to switch around. See, if stealth rocks were a thing, and I was actually a competitive player, I probably would have got them happening. But I'm not a competitive player. I like to just mind my own business and play offline like a loser. So I did a whole bunch of fucking switching around, and man, my team, the Crystal team, gets worn the fuck down pretty quick. Like, holy shit, I could not believe it. I was thinking, yeah, it'll be a pretty close match, but I was thinking, like, Crystal's definitely gonna win, like, definitely. But that's really not what happens here. Like, it's crazy what happens here. So, but then again, if I knew that the Heracross was faster than the Flareon, it probably would have been a bit different as well. I keep thinking that Heracross is really slow, but Heracross is actually quite fast. So yeah, I switch around, the very typical switches that you would do. No over-predicting yet, because me and Amy, when we were playing it safe, not doing over-predictions, so eventually I start switching it up because this is how I would play. I'd eventually start doing over-predictions. And this is the thing, if it was actually Amy battling, I probably would have lost. It seems to be the thing with Amy, like, I keep going on how she's not that good at Pokemon, but she always ends up fucking beating me somehow. Like, we had a battle on, Sun and Moon, when it came out, we made a team, and she fucking beat me, and then we went back to the Ultra Sun, no, not Ultra Sun, what the fuck am I talking about? Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire games, and we battled on there, and she beat me on that, and I was like, what? Anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, look, I'm supposed to be commenting on it, but like, it's just... I do an explosion here because I realize the Gyarados is actually a fucking pain in the ass. The Gyarados and the Snorlax, because every time I go to hit the Gyarados, it switches out and into the Snorlax, so I can't actually do any residual damage. Even if I did overpredict, Starmie can't hurt that. So I decided to explode on the Gyarados, and you know, I was trying my best to make this team, like the blue team, win. So I was sort of like, I was doing realistic predictions, but at the same time, like, yeah, I wasn't like, I'm not biased. Like, I'm trying to make a fair battle sort of thing. And okay, that there probably wasn't the fairest. I probably should have switched into Venusaur. I accidentally made that switch and then realized, hang on, that was probably a dumb idea. But then even if I went into the Venusaur, like, I don't know, the Venusaur put me to sleep. It would have had a bit more damage on it, and what, the bird would have been alive. I don't know, you could do this so many times and get all these different sort of reactions, couldn't you? There's no real way to test whether a team is better or not. Originally I was like, yeah man, the super team will fucking destroy the Pokemon Blue team. And now I think it's the way, if you play it right, Blue could beat Crystal. Definitely. Species Clause, I don't know how it would go with 2 Steelix and 2 Starmies. I don't think it'd be able to win that. But like, this was me trying to make a fair match. This was me doing my best to make a fair match. And, okay, yeah, it's kind of dumb because, like, oh, I obviously know what I'm going to do. But I tried to play it so I didn't know what I was going to do. So I tried to make it as fair as possible. But, like, this is how close it is, right? Like, the Machamp is asleep and pretty close to dead. And it's pretty much Starmie is just destroying the last of the shit and it's almost dead. Like, that was a close match. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. That was pretty exciting for me. I just wanted to get that out of the way, I guess. In the end, Pokemon Crystal team, like the map team, it fucking blows. It can't handle Pokemon Blue at all. It really cannot. Maybe if you played it like an absolute god and whoever was playing Pokemon Blue was like a bot or just had no experience, then maybe you could win. But, like, yeah, nah, there's no way anyone normally could beat the Crystal team could beat the Blue team. But then with the Ultra team, I'm gonna say like Species Clause, if that's in effect, which it should be, like fucking Pokemon Crystal, it's gonna be a close match. It depends on how well you play. If the Species Clause isn't in effect, well, yeah, the Crystal team would probably win. There, I don't know. There you go. There's a visual for it, and it was kind of cool seeing the old team go up against the new team and the. Yeah, anyway, that was just me trying to get a 299 episodes, and then the montage, which I've already done, and, you know, it's done. It's going to be the last one and the 300th episode. So, yeah, you're going to get the montage now. Thanks for sticking through this. If you liked it, cool. If you didn't like it, cool. I mean, I'd put it this way, if I was watching this series and someone did that, I'd be like, why'd you do that? That was unnecessary. But, yeah, whatever. So yeah, the montage, literally, you open it and it begins. There's no, like, introduction. It's just, boom, montage, because it was a fucking long montage. So enjoy it. And I'll see you... I don't know when I'm going to see you. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.